Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is Mature Living. Today we have a beautiful program planned out for you. We're going to enjoy some of the readings of our students in the creative writing class, in the expressions of life class. And then the instructors are Judy Vasquez and Nancy Green, and they also will partake some of their writings. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Bonding with Grandma. I was raised by a wonderful grandmother who was the only person who could handle such a special baby. I was a very fretful child who was prone to temper tantrums, needing special milk, and was generally a handful. My grandmother was the only person who could handle such a difficult child. So it was that my grandmother and I formed a very special bond. I was blessed with a beautiful, precious, healthy gift from heaven, my granddaughter. Then an idea came to me that I would like to bond with her as I had with my own grandmother. I was allowed to have her on Tuesday and Thursday. That was the start of the most wonderful time. What joy and happiness I felt every morning when baby arrived. I enjoyed her infancy, so new, so pure, so full of innocence, learning daily so much. Soon we started on solid foods, and she promptly took her little spoon and taught herself to feed herself perfectly. No need for a bib. I was totally devoted to my baby. Very soon, she was about 2, looking for another type of toy. Thus, paper dolls were found. With much patience, we cut each little doll, dresses, pants, etc., where she learned how to perfectly match each outfit as to color and theme. Soon she turned 3 and was enrolled at a Tuesday and Thursday school, so my daily joy and happiness with her ended. I felt that was too short a time for us to bond, so I prayed. Recently, she came to visit. We talked about downsizing. She immediately asked if she could have something. Whoops, I thought. Hope it's not something I have already discarded. I held my breath as she said, "My paper dolls." She jumped up, went to the drawer where they had always been saved, came back smiling and said, "They are there." We did bond in a wonderful new way.
Cat in the Box. When we were kids, my cousin David and I decided to catch an alley cat. We made our decision and there was no turning back. As night approached, we had the 4 things we needed to trap the cat: a large wooden box, a stick about 12 inches in length, a long rope, and cat food. Cardboard's too light, so the box had to be a wooden box and open on one side only. We set up the trap in the alley, and in a few minutes, an alley cat calmly walked up to the trap, smelled the food, and started eating it. We pulled the rope attached to the stick, which was holding the box up from one end over the cat eating the food, and bam, we trapped the cat. David and I jumped over the backyard fence and ran to the box where we could hear the cat inside the box frantically trying to get out. I carefully lifted one end of the box to let the cat out, but it popped out so suddenly and quickly that it scared me, and I let go of the box, dropping it on the cat as it was getting out. The cat, now on its back and facing me, clawed and hissed at me. All I could see were teeth, claws, and its eyes filled with terror. The cat squeezed out of the box and ran off into the night. David and I stood there stunned. For years I had nightmares of that cat putting me in a box with all his friends who proceeded to beat and scratch me up. But now, after many, many years of hypnosis, therapy, and counseling, I'm all right. I really, really am.
I'm going to read one of my poems, and this is called Mother's Day. "Good morning, Grandma," I said. "Good morning, Sukita," she responded. "Do you know that today is a big day?" I exclaimed. "Not really. Today is Wednesday. Why?" she asked. "Grandma, it is Mother's Day, your day. I got surprised for you," I added. Grandma held her head with both of her hands, and she had a surprised look as she listened to me. "Grandma, you know, last year I was not aware of the holidays in through the year, but now that I turned 8 years old and our teacher in school told us about Mother's Day on the 10th of May, I loved it, because I can buy something for you, my grandmother. the one who took care of me since I was 3 months old, the one who talks to me all day and takes me to church on Sunday, and the one who answers my silly questions. I know your daughter is my mom, and she lives in USA. I don't want to live anywhere else. I want to live here with you. I love you, Grandma. Happy Mother's Day. Your granddaughter, Suki Solis.
Blind Melon, chitlin. Charlie, what you doing down there on the floor? Don't know, don't ask me no more. Charlie, your legs is all cut up. I know, ain't it just my dumb luck? Charlie, what's wrong? You mad at me? Nothing two eyes can't cure. I just wish I could see. Charlie, let me help you on up. Don't bother yourself, woman. Just gets me a sign and a tin cup. Charlie, stop that talk, you hear? Hearing's fine. That you don't needs to fear. Sweetie, you talk bringing tears to my eyes. Beatrice, no sense us both bother, he sighs. You need to be priced yet. All the things you gots. Charlie, you gots a lots. You got that fine horn over there? Gets up, sit down in this here chair. Beatrice, I hear what you say, but I still can't see. Touch my eyes, Charlie. These tears is for you, from me. Reaching up, he feels the tears streaming down her face. His fingers follow the tracks, and he knows now God's grace. Beatrice, help this old fool up off the ground. Maybe I play us some blues sound. Thank you, woman, for putting up with me. My eyes is blind, but your love I do see. I was 42 on the dark and fate-filled night. That was the day she came and took away my sight. From Chi-Town she came with the acid she threw, boiled away my eyes so's I can't look at you. That's why I sing these blues, these blind melon chitlin blues. When I was 43, I met my sweet honey bee. Living all around us, you don't need eyes to see. She picked me up, I swear I thought I might drown. There's more to living than I see, and so I can't be down. That's why I sing these blues, these blind melon chitlin blues.
La vida. La vida es un juego que hay que disfrutar. De niño ríes, lloras, haces berrinches, pasas esa etapa y comienzas a llevar otra inquietud, otro juego que disfrutas en el cual todo es color de rosa, pero llegan las preocupaciones, tómalas como juegos. ¿Estudiar, trabajar es un juego? No, pienso que esa vida es injusta. Pero ¿quién soy yo para juzgar si me paso la vida jugando con el tiempo, con las palabras, jugando con mis penas, haciendo de mis problemas un eterno juego y con mis lágrimas un arroyo cristalino y cantarín? Pero hay que reír, hay que vivir al día al fin. Las lágrimas se secan y el canto se lo lleva el aire. Entonces juega, juega y ríe, que al fin la vida es efímera y se nos va.
Grandma Luisita lived in the manner of her ancestors. She cooked on a wood-burning stove year-round. The stove also heated their adobe home high up in the mountains, where even summer days start off with cool mornings. Firewood was always needed. Poca leña no es bueno, she told me once, when I thought to make myself useful and stacked up a little firewood. She needed a big pile, and often she worked at splitting the fire logs into the right size to fit in the wood-burning stove. Grandma kept the fire burning. If Grandpa Lalo built the fire, it was an event worth mentioning in the diary. Grandpa, like the rest of us, was used to being treated like a king by Grandma Luisita. The men in that mountain valley who lived by ranching had plenty of men's work to occupy themselves, such as logging, tending the cattle, horses, vehicles, etc. They were always busy, as Grandma documents in her diary. Since the stove was in the kitchen, it was her responsibility to keep it burning. Grandma's work included preparing delicious meals 3 times a day for all the menfolk, as well as the many visitors who arrived announced and unannounced. In her diary, Grandma tells about making the bread, boiling the beans, and roasting cabrito. Grandma also washed, ironed, and mended all the clothing. She was in charge of the house and kept it clean and organized. She tells about washing the kitchen floor and repairing the cabinets. All these labors were accomplished with joy.
Rage. Rage wears a mask, appears calm, pleasant, sharp as a razor, convinces others to let their guard down. Deep in her soul, rage listens, scouts the territory, scrutinizes the intentions of others, selects the best strategy to follow. Rage contains anger, nurtures concern, cultivates willpower, patiently uncovers historical facts, discards wishful thinking, false illusions, patiently unfolds linings of hope, faith, determination. Rage moves forward in unity, cautiously steps into a place of certainty, acknowledges divine intervention, genuine concern, all in one deep breath. Rage inhales purpose, sees the light at the end of the tunnel, thrives in the knowledge that change is inevitable, embraces hard work as a human right, a human value to be cherished with honest integrity. Rage knows her power, her ability to destroy racist assumptions fostered by a system of white supremacy, knows her strength to wave off petty attacks. Rage explodes freely, fiercely overcomes useless resistance, exerts a will so strong, civilizations transform to change the course of history. Rage.
The old man. Gray rainy morning, sleek shiny street, dark shadow hurry to their destiny. An old man, unsure gait, takes him today and every day into a back-breaking toil. He does not need much, a pint or two on Fridays. It eases the pain. He never falters, never stops, day in, day out. His only hope is son's achievement. His son will become what he could not be. The boy will be somebody. They will call him Mr. Mr. this, Mr. that. Deferential, respectful tones. They will tip their hat to his son. The oil feeding his lamp lowers a little every day until its light weakens and dies. Darkness descends. The old man, free of pain, quietly fades away. At the old man's grave, his son mourns the father he loves. Why did he not show how much he cared? He could have shared a pint or a walk with the old man, or just say, "Father, I love you, Father." Too busy.
En la ciudad de Chihuahua, Chihuahua, nació una niña traviesa y vivaracha. Sus primeros años fueron felices, no comprendía los problemas de los adultos. Era feliz, le gustaba jugar y reír. Cuando jugaba en el río, el agua corría fresca, dejando la tierra mojada. Luego se hacía lodo y después barro. Ella y sus hermanos hacían casitas de barro, les ponían ventanas y puertas de botellas quebradas. Los pisos eran de ficha de sodas, los corralitos de palitos y ramas. ¡Qué felices días! También hacíamos columpios a orillas del río. Mis hermanos Agustín y Amador me paseaban. Yo les decía que le dieran alto y muy fuerte. Quería alcanzar el cielo, las nubes, las estrellas. Pensaba que algún día cruzaría el mar o volaría a conocer el mundo. Bueno, ni aprendí a volar ni crucé el mar, pero aterricé en Estados Unidos. En 1972 logro mi residencia y mi ciudadanía en 1991. Más tarde mi GED en 1992. Mi certificación de asistente de enfermería de Departamento de Servicios Humanos en 1998. Sí se puede, pon tus metas y aún sigo luchando y aprendiendo.
The heartache. My heart is breaking as I remember your voice. I miss you, as I've missed you before. You told me that you loved me way before we met, but I never knew of you until that summer day. Your smile and your eyes and the touch was all that it took, for my heart knew at that moment that it would always be you. I waited and waited for you to return, but that never happened, and the months went by. I mended my heart and tucked you away, for never again do I want to feel that pain. I found someone else to hold my heart. I promised to love him till death do us part. Years have gone by, and I see you again. My heart skips a beat, and the heartache returns. I'm angry and hurt to see you again. My mind is in shambles. My heart can't comprehend. You tell me you love me, that hasn't changed. Your marriage meant nothing. It was a mistake. But I have a commitment that I made to a man, and to break it, he would not understand. You get angry and mad just to see me with him, but my children, my life, was a promise given to him. I've tried to be selfish and say, I don't care, for the heartache I give him will slowly repair. I love you, I miss you, you just can't understand the heartache and the tears that have fallen for you. You left me before, now you left me again. My heart keeps aching, it just cannot mend. I beg and I plead with it. I don't know what to do. It has a mind of its own, for my heart, you see, has not set you free.
El Paso Spring. The east slope of Mount Franklin is striped. The main color is dirt brown, dotted with green sticks. All are varied. It can be seen from our town. The colors do run from black to white. Red and pink are in the mix. The stripes are wavy in such a sight. A rain will make more green sticks. If it rains in late January, poppies bloom sometime in March. Seems a miracle by wizardry in this land dry as parch. March through May, most of the USA is filled with wind and rain. El Paso has wind and dust, I say, if not on your guard, much pain. Gritty sand in your eyes, hair, and mouth. Mulberry and pecan trees bring asthma, sneezes, and lack of breath. Doctors gleeful for your fees. El Paso spring flowers are packed in ice. From foreign lands, found in stores, flowers can be had at a good price. Few are planted by our doors. Rain may be seen on our big TVs, but does not splash in our face. Go east or west to other cities, for wet find another place. To see real rainstorms in El Paso, you must wait for late July. Lightning and thunder dance do-si-do. Spring is not, but dry goodbye. Many times desert flora has blooms, some yellow or fewer red, to entice us from our cozy rooms, and to that much can be said. Flowers in dry El Paso for spring, hang around, they can be found, but rain is not our seasonal thing. We wait that thunderous sound.
It was the look in your eyes that stole my heart. I knew it from the very start. You winked and said, "What's your name?" I smiled and stared and said, "James." We continued staring across the table at one another until some guy who was your brother came and took you from my sight. And I saw that the light in your eyes were no longer bright. I could barely see you go, so bad was the light. It broke my heart to see you go that night, but I figured I'd see you again, and with delight. My heart beat wildly just thinking of you. You're the one I knew I wanted to woo. Those big eyes that stole my heart, I would see you again to never part. Your voice sweet as cherries and honey, it made me tremble just to think of you, Bunny. Loving you will not be hard. Keeping you will keep me on guard. Loving you till I die. Loving me will be easy as pie. Loving you, loving me, that's the way it will be for all eternity.
Dark night. That the darkness was nearly complete, that the terrain was uncertain, the man knew only too well. He lay face down, his clothes moist from the ground beneath. The sweet scent of surrounding vegetation suffused the air. He scanned the gloom. Here and there, the faint light of distant stars pierced the blackness. He rose from his place of hiding, but only to his hands and knees. Best to crawl, best to feel his way. Crickets trilled. In the distance, a wolf bayed. His hands explored the surface ahead, and his knees followed. Progress came by inches. All at once, his right hand slipped. The wet earth ahead of him had given way. He fell, painfully, on his side, yet he was relieved. He had come close to plunging headlong into an abyss. The man panted. He lay on his back and closed his eyes. How long had he been wandering in the night? How long had he been a vagabond on the face of the earth? How long till sunrise? He started and opened his eyes at the felt touch of a cool hand on his brow. Someone said, "I think he's gone." But he saw no one and nothing, for even the stars had fled the sky. And now he noticed that the crickets had ceased their trilling, leaving behind a silence as black as the night. He lay motionless, forcing himself to breathe evenly, fighting the mounting terror. And then he sensed a presence and heard a voice, calm and unperturbed, that said, "Come, your dark night is done. You must find shelter elsewhere."
Tinsel for my Christmas tree. As I pull tinsel off last year's pine, Chuito claims my tears, singing aguinaldos from Mommy's time. Le lo la, le lo la, lo le lo la, le lo la, lo le lo la, le lo lea. Borinquen home, sweet home, ay bendito nena, all beauty and love. Le lo la, le lo la, lo le lo la, le lo la, tinsel in a crisp brown bag.
Well, that's it. We hope you enjoyed the readings and the writings and the creativity of our beautiful students, our seniors that are in the Senior Adult program, and the wonderful instructors that teach them.